At 7 minutes before the hour, you're listening to The Diane Rehm Show.
I think Americans look upon feng shui a little bit differently. They're looking for something that's going to improve their life. And when you take the concept of feng shui, it covers all of the areas of life. And it's done through a mapping system. So when someone says, I need to work on my wealth, there's a specific area that they can go to in their house in order to do that. There are specific colors that they can wear. There are things that they can actually incorporate in their own life.
Annie Payne, principal of East Coast Feng Shui, is a nationally recognized expert on the ancient practice of feng shui. She teaches how to attract what you desire in your life and live better in your own skin.
And that's the big thing with feng shui. It's intention. And it's caused by the intention that is actually given to it by the individual.
Annie Payne is regularly sought out by the media as an industry expert on the practice of feng shui and continues to receive recognition for her contribution to the field. Fox 5 TV's News at Home segment featured Annie redesigning the living room and den of a home seller.
That's something that's not good in feng shui because it means whoever sits in this chair the most really can't take advantage of the opportunities that are coming into the door.
Annie used her former experience as the owner of a real estate brokerage firm, together with feng shui concepts, to change the energy flow in the home.
Final result, a bigger looking living room that's functional and attractive.
Here's an update on the sale of that home. The owners got a contract 2 days after their home underwent a feng shui rearrangement.
Annie was honored to be the only woman featured in the Voice of America television show Cultural Odyssey that aired in Taiwan.
You don't really know what you're going to run into until you get there.
Annie's clients are looking forward to the release of her new book, The Dance of Balance, Feng Shui for Body, Mind, and Spirit. The book, to be released this year, is written in plain language, explaining feng shui in a way that everyone can understand and apply to their own lives.
Problems sleeping usually come from too much activity in the room.
In her custom-tailored classes and workshops, Annie invites her clients to become who they are really meant to be. Annie's versatility in teaching enables her to speak to a wide range of audiences. Her subjects range from the technical applications of feng shui to transformational workshops, resulting in increased motivation and promoting self-growth.
So that one thing will hold true for you because you've embedded it into your body. When you use sensory memory like that, it's the same thing as using symbology on the wall to tell you what it is you want to draw into your life.
Annie has spoken to hundreds of organizations, associations, businesses, and clubs, including the World Bank, the National Association of Home Builders, and the Department of Labor. Her 20-year real estate background speaks to builders across the country. As a presenter at the Las Vegas International Builders Show, she was eagerly received by builders seeking an edge in design and sales training to increase profits. Annie specializes in personal consultations that intentionally redesign and declutter home, office, and corporate environments. Her presence is inspiring, and she empowers people to maintain success by walking the talk in their own lives. Executives from the World Bank, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and USA Today have used her services.
This is the dining room that Annie suggested to move into the living room, which is our fame and fortune quarter. It's made it a lot more usable space and usable chairs and table set. We use it for entertainment as well as clients, and we've used it a lot more for client meetings. We come here and we can work with clients on various marketing proposals or chat with new clients and tell them our capabilities. So it's become a lot more usable.
Annie has examples of different businesses whose profits have increased as a result of her consultations. One business showed a 31% increase in gross sales over 2 years after Annie redesigned their sales floor. This equated to an additional $50,000 in revenue in the last year alone for this small business. An Asian antiques and collectibles showroom was recently transformed into an ancient Chinese home filled with period relics. This unique sales floor concept captured the interest of Home and Design magazine of Washington, Maryland, and Virginia for a feature article.
Now the clients are actually weaving through the store, and so that has exposed more of the merchandise and just more of the inventory to everyone, and more discovery.
Annie meets people where they are, modifying their physical environments to empower them in living a balanced life. Whatever they need is what Annie addresses, be it money, love, happiness, health, or clutter.
She's terrific. She's very caring. She's very knowledgeable. She comes from a broad base of experience, so she can relate to a lot of your needs and your wants.
Students, clients, and audiences connect with her optimistic and enthusiastic energy. And as she says, people call me when they can't afford to fail.
You know, she has so many different ways she can educate you on feng shui. You can either do a personal consultation, and it could be your house or your office, but she also does workshops. So maybe go along to one of her workshops, because through, I guess her workshops are probably an hour or 2 or 3, you probably can get a good feel about whether you want to take the next step, which is an individual consultation. I think the individual consultation, though, is by far the most powerful. It really does transform your life, and it really has transformed my life, and it's only been 20 days.
If you use Annie, consider it a treat for yourself. And she's fun. I mean, you're going to have a fun time. And you'll begin to it's an opportunity to really look at your life and address those parts that you see something that's missing, that you might be somewhat conscious of, but it becomes really conscious working with Annie. Above and beyond that, even if that didn't work, you come away with a home that you enjoy a lot more, or an office space that you enjoy a lot more.
It's fantastic when I come home now. It's inviting. Things are arranged, they're stored, I can get it what I need, and it's very difficult to articulate beyond that which I already have, but it's nice, it feels good, it's relaxing, it's a place I like to spend time in.
What if your bedroom's ambiance supported that playful, sexy person who's been hiding inside you for a decade? What if the energy in your office gave you inspiration and creativity for increased success? What if you learn how to create the life you've always dreamed of? Annie Payne is your expert of choice, whether speaking, teaching, motivating, or transforming people through their physical environments.